So boys, on film today, we are on South Bank in London.
We are.
Bit of a change of scenery.
Yeah.
Yeah, get some fresh air. The disaster artist today, which I always have trouble pronouncing. Disaster artist. End up saying artist, which isn't what I want to do.
Because it's a real Hollywood movie.
James Franco.
Yes.
Who stars in it and directs. I've always wondered what that must be like as a challenge if you're in a movie and directing it as well. It must be very hands-on and really difficult.
I keep having visions of him running behind the camera and checking things and having them replay things all the time to make sure it's right.
It must be a really long procedure. It must take a lot longer than somebody else directing.
That's true.
Yeah.
What line? What line?
I did not hit her. It's not true. It's bullshit. I did not hit her. I did not. Oh, hi, Mark.
Okay.
So what did you think?
Well, to be honest, I had a chance to see The Disaster Artist at South by Southwest last year. And it was some crazy, I think, evening screening. And I could just kick myself for not attending it because I absolutely loved the film.
Action.
What is line?
Literally from like last year to a week ago, I had no idea what the film was about. So I think in some ways that's better because you can just, you know, watch a film and be like totally surprised by it. And I thought it was one of the most hilarious movies I've seen in a long time.
I thought it was really funny, and the screening that I went to, the whole cinema was just in fits of laughter.
Yeah.
I mean, it was proper laugh out loud funny.
Yeah.
And I'm the same. I didn't know anything about the original movie that the film is based on. It's based on The Room.
Yes.
Which I think came out in 2003.
Yeah.
You are tearing me apart, Lisa!
Which is basically one of the most terrible films. I think it has actually been called the worst film ever made.
The best, worst film.
The best worst. See, that's the thing, because people, you know, they go to cinemas like Prince Charles Cinema in London, and they, you know, it's a cult favourite, isn't it? People love the fact that it's so terrible.
Yeah.
They fully embrace it.
Did you want to watch The Room immediately after watching The Disaster?
I did, and I still haven't yet. Yeah, have you seen it?
No,
you haven't.
But immediately after, me and my partner were like going on YouTube and finding all the clips and just howling with laughter just from the little clips we saw on YouTube.
How can they say this about me? I don't believe it. I show them.
And they're really similar clips, aren't they? They've done it so brilliantly. They've almost done it scene for scene. The same costumes that they wear, the same hairstyles.
Take 13. Action.
I did not hit her. Okay. Line.
Sure, it's about Tommy Wiseau, who is a very quirky individual who believes in his love for film and wants to make a movie. He's a terrible actor.
It's very cheesy.
Terrible actor, and sort of the same way in person. No one will hire him, but mysteriously enough, he has all this money, or no one knows how he's gotten all this money, and he befriends the main actor, played by James Franco.
Yeah, his brother.
Not his brother, Dave Franco, James Franco's brother. And they decide to make this movie and totally fund the movie themselves and give it the big Hollywood star treatment, and what turns out to be sort of a serious premiere that everyone's excited about turned into be sort of a very Rocky Horror Picture Show situation.
Absolutely.
I even heard that the movie The Room only actually made $1,800 in its 1 week run.
Originally, but now of course it's made more money because everybody's going crazy for it because it's such a cult favourite.
And then Tommy himself decided to pay the theater for another week so it could have a second week run, just so it could qualify for the Oscars. The best scene is when Seth Rogen's character, who acts as director on the film that they're filming, goes to the bank and is like, "Can I cash this check even if there's like, is there even money in it?" And the bank teller leans over and is like, "This bank account is like a bottomless pit." He's like, "Really?" You can see it just like, well, this job sucks, but the money's good.
Because at first I thought, oh, he really doesn't realise how cheesy he is and how strange he is, but he fully embraces it. It's like he's quite a positive character, isn't he, in real life? He fully embraces life, I think.
I think it's kind of funny because his success now with James Franco winning the Golden Globe and then Tommy coming up on stage with them is like, I don't think he actually meant to be successful this way, but it kind of came around full circle. I mean, because The Room must be making some money off of its cult status.
I would imagine
now.
so, yeah.
So yeah, and he's probably loving life right now. Life is probably good for this guy. What, 10 years later?
Yeah.
So
that's
you
the
never
irony,
know.
though.
You
I mean,
never
that's a
know,
great
really.
irony, isn't it? The fact that, you know, originally it was, you know, deemed the worst film ever, and now it's almost, you know, that people that appreciate it, and now the movie of the movie is popular too, because the critics are going crazy for this. There seems a real, you know, obsession and fascination with the original movie, and now even now I want to go and watch it.
We'll have to schedule a Boys on Film screening.
I think we should do that. I think that's a deal. Absolutely. Well, I'm going to give it a 4-star because I found it really entertaining and funny, and you know, I'm really fascinated by the original movie for that reason.
I will give it 4.25 stars.
Wow.
I just thought this is the funniest movie I've ever seen in a long time.
Yeah.
Original. I don't know how James Franco picks his source material, but it's one thing he's good at, is finding really good source material. Whatever you think about him, I know there's a bit of controversy with him now, but
yeah.
whatever you think about James Franco, the guy can act, the guy can pick some damn good source material, and thank you for making this movie. It really lit my heart up.
Yeah, and we should say it's a challenging role too, because the accent, I mean, he's got that accent to a T, isn't he? His real accent, it's kind of a mixture of American and Eastern European something. Yeah.
He's still a mystery.
It's a bizarre accent. It's
Someone
like,
needs to make
what is
a true Hollywood story about this guy, like, now.
Let us know if you see the movie too, because it's been out a while. We're a bit late on this one, but let us know in the comment section below. Like the video, share it if you can, and we'll see you on the next video.
See ya.